So what's up guys, today we are going to create this logo reveal animation. So this is a very good logo reveal animation and we will try to recreate this. This is the logo of the movie maker, I guess. And you can see the exact logo reveal animation in the opening rolls of the movie Prestige. So I found it very interesting, so I recreated it. So without further ado, let's try to recreate it. So first thing that we need is text. So let's get a new Blender scene, go to top view and add our trusty plane. Scale it S10, Alt A, apply scale, and from top view we will add our text. So let's scale it something like this. I think we can read it. And if you want to edit text, just press tab. This will take you into its edit mode, or it would allow you to edit your text. So we just need to copy this new market. So in all caps we will type new market. So where is it? Where is my text? So it's currently without any thickness, and it is, yeah, now it is visible. And I think we need to scale this plane. Let's scale this SX, something like let's make it bigger on Y and then on X2. Now move it, now select this text, move it like this, and let's add T. So if you look closely, this is not T, this is L. So these two are kind of joined together. So we will do the same here. Let's copy it, Shift E, GX, and place it over here in edit mode. Delete everything and L, and rotate it R180 and just place it somewhere where it makes some sense. I think it looks okay. So again, Shift E, X, and we will write films. So in edit mode, delete everything, just write, in capital films. Right, so I think we are done. G, and let's make it so that these two are together. So we have our text, and let's give it some thickness. Come over here on the properties tab under geometry. Let's give it some extrusion, and while we are at it, let's give it some depth. So same way, 0.1, 0.1, and for this one repeat the process. So now we have our text. It looks okay. So next we have these three lines. For these I used only planes. You can see these are just planes. So let's come over here and in top view place our 3D cursor over here, and let's add our plane, and GY, SY, GX, and GY, SX, SY, GX, and just place them somewhere that where it looks okay, something like this. And let's move it a little bit on the upper side, and let's make it like this. I think they were looking weird, so yeah, I'm okay with it. So let's make this a little thinner, GX, and Shift E, make it a little wider, and Shift E, Y, and make it a little bit more wide. So okay, so the next thing, let me move my angle here. So you can see it opens up like this, and this whole part is, it rotates too. So it's currently at this side view, and these are at like this. If you come over here, you can see it now rotates. So this is what we need to achieve. So for this, let's come back to our plane. In edit mode, let's first check scale is okay. Scale is not okay. Control A, apply scale. So again, in edit mode, this is where we were. Add one loop cut here and move it somewhere here in the center, and that's it. Again, in edit mode, select this part and separate it. P2, separate it. Now we have two planes, and next thing that we need to do is, let's come over here, make sure we are at 100th frame, and let's add a keyframe, location and rotation, and let's rotate it by minus. Okay, it's rotating from different place. So in edit mode, select this edge, shift S, cursor to select it. Now we have our 3D cursor over here, and what we need to do, what I want to do actually, is to get this pivot point over here. So now set origin to 3D cursor. This will move our pivot point here. So if I now move my plane, it will behave perfectly the way I want it to be. So at frame 48, I want this to be at minus 90. So you can see, insert a keyframe and just duplicate it, Shift D, duplicate it and put it to 0. So from 1 to 48, this will stay here. It didn't happen. So something weird happened. Let's remove these. So since we moved our pivot point, we are facing this issue where our plane is automatically moving over here. So let's fix this by moving it on x-axis, GX, and let's snap it to edge. Yeah, over here, GX, and let's snap it like this and apply replace keyframes at frame 100. And now come back to our frame 48 front view and make this minus 90. Minus 90. Oh no, what's happening? It's not listening to me. So okay, so this is our first priority, and then we will copy this same keyframe to frame 0 like this. So you can see till 48th frame it stays here, and then it comes back down to here. So okay, so our first part is done. Let me go back to my front view. Now what we also need, since once this starts moving, our text part remains at its own place, which we do not want. So what can we do about it? So the easiest thing that we can do is just select these and these, select this first and this plane last, and then parent it, Control P, object, keep transform. So now this text will move with our plane. So this is it, it's moving, yay. And then again come back here to the last keyframe. Where is my this 100th keyframe, and select this and this, and then select our plane last, press Control P and parent it. So now we have also parented these together. So our first part is done, and the next thing that we need to do, this is the hardest part, I think. We need to make sure that our camera starts from here, like here, and then stays here till 48th frame, and then from there it rotates and something like this happens. So let's do that. Let's see where our camera is. For the time being, it's not where we want it, so let it be for the time being. And let's go to frame 1 first of all, and I think this would be side view, numpad 3, but if we press Control 3, this will give us side view, opposite of side view. And let's add our camera over here, shortcut command would be Control Alt and 0. So you can see our camera is here, and let's now move it on x-axis. I will move it by pressing G and middle mouse button and push my mouse forward. You can see it's somewhere here. Let's check our resolution. It's okay. So let's come to this camera icon and let's change the focal length to 80. Now we have something, and let's now place our camera so that these three icons are in the center. GY, tell me why, GZ, and yeah, I think it's okay. So let's move some. So let's roughly place everything over here and select these, and why not? Let's let them be here. So who cares, huh? So yeah. So this is it. This is our camera placement is done. So let's add location and rotation keyframes over here. And while we are at it, come to this data properties, and under viewport display, this is, I think, I don't know what it is called. I will call it passport because I don't have one. So yeah. And okay, so now we are here. So I think for 48th frame till 48 it won't move much. Let's move it back on, I think, x-axis, something like this, so that we get some more real estate here, and just add our keyframes. Insert keyframes on location 2, rotation and location. So this is it. I think originally we were having this too. Let's go here and let's see. Yes, originally we had a minor rotation and location, and then from 48 we rotate it totally, completely. So let's try to do that. Over here, let's enable our trusty little auto keying, and let's move to our, let's say by 100th frame we want this to rotate completely, and let's try to do that. Let me see if I press 0 and 0 what happens. So where is it? Where is my camera? So it is here. Let's move it over here. Let's see what we are getting. So we are getting something. Let's move it like this, and let's move it back a little. I think we have something. GY. So now let's see what we have. Okay, it's completely not working. So that was not what I wanted. So let's try to fix it. Let's remove it. Let's come back here, and so this is the part where I was struggling to get the camera positioned correctly. I could have cut this part, but I kept it so that you guys could see that it's not always this rosy red picture that we get to see in these tutorials. Sometimes one does get stuck, and solutions are found by trial and error. So let's try to add an empty and try to move this via an empty. Let's place it somewhere here and make it bigger, and parent this camera to our empty. Control P, object to transform, and now let's see if we can manage it. Let's try to rotate it somewhere like this, -90 on Y, and then go back to our empty. Yeah, it is a little confusing, I know. And let us, how did I manage it? It was a pain, I can tell you. So let's see. We moved this empty on 90, and where is my camera? Let's open it, camera, and yeah, I think we are okay with it. We moved the camera on Y-axis by -90, and empty on positive 90 on y-axis again. And now from here to here, let's select our camera again, and let's make sure that we zoom out of it, something like this. I think GX, let's see what we are getting. So we are getting something. So this is where we are. We moved our camera from 48 frame to 72, minus 90 on Y, and then by pressing G and middle mouse button, I just zoomed out like this. Again, I will do it on 99th frame, G, and I will just move my mouse back, something like this, so that we are just zooming out of the frame. And then let's try to realign everything, something like this. So yeah, let's move it a little back too. Let's move it at frame 100. Where is it? Yeah, I think we are at 100. Yeah. So now we have something like this. So we have our animation for the time being done, and this is honestly was the hardest part. This was the hardest part. So 90% of our work is done. We have literally achieved this animation. So again, I will clarify what I did. First of all, we added an empty over here and then parented this camera to this empty, and at 48th frame and to 72, let's move it to 72, even 72, right? On 72 frame, we just changed this rotation, Y rotation, to minus 90, and simultaneously we picked our empty then, and we marked a keyframe at frame 50 when we were here, and then at frame 100 we just made sure that our Y rotation was 90 degrees. So this gave us this, and rest we came back to our camera, and then we added this at this 100th frame. We moved the camera back by pressing G and middle mouse button, and then moving back frame by frame, so that we could get everything in the frame. So at this frame we can also move our camera just like something like this. So now if we play our animation, you can see at till 48th frame we are like this, and from here it starts to animate, and we have our logo reveal. So you can see we have managed to do it very quickly, and camera animation was the hardest part, trickiest part, and we did it with little difficulties. So that is done. Next we need to add colors to this. So let's move to shading workspace, and let's while we are at it, let's disable our auto keying, and then let's add another window over here, make it bigger, something like this, and let's move the timeline to here, and from this drop down menu add shader editor, and then add. So for this we will add this color. This is our, I don't know what color this is. So this is our hex code BE5428. So this will give us this color, and same way copy our T, just copy the material, Control L, link material, select this and then select this one last, and Control L, link materials. And for this one I think we need to make it like this. Yeah, so we have something. So this is, let me rename this gray color, and this one we rename it to brown color. I don't know what color is this, and make it a separate material because we will animate this one to this color, gray. So yeah, and give this same color to these ones too. So select this one and this object last, Control L, link materials, and then this, this, where is it? Move to solid. I cannot see it. This one last, and press Control L, link materials. Go back to our material preview, and you can see now in camera view. Let's move back to frame 0. We have everything fine and ready. You can see that it's ready. It is already looking great. next thing that we need is for these to animate. So how can we do that? 1, 2, 3. So let me help you with one last thing, and then I will show you what I did for the rest of these, because these are just keyframing, and I think you are now more than capable of doing it by yourself. That way you will also gain some insight into how to keyframe certain things. So let me show you. For this one, I created this creamish color. So this is the color hex code that I used for this one. We get our creamish color here, and over here too we also give it the same color. Why is it not working? I think this one, no, this one, yeah. Let's rename it to cream color, right? And yeah, rest is just lighting and all. Let's move it over here. You can see, right, it looks okay already. And let's give it sun power of 4. So for these we need to create something special too, like either we can like separate these. I think I initially did that for this one, like these are separated ones, because initially I thought it would be a good idea, which is not. Honestly, it's extra work, so we don't want that. So for these ones I cheated. I used textures, and you can see these are just textures and they vanish very quickly. So yeah, we can use this. So let's try that, and we will add let's select this bigger one, and let's add a wave texture. Yeah, it's okay, looks good. And Control T, change this to object, and we have something like this, and we just need to add a color ramp here and move it somewhere like this. You can see this is the position. I have not touched this black one, and this white one is at 0.105. okay, so we will get these beautiful lines. Let them be, and then sorry, let's copy this principal BSDF, Shift E, and while we are at it, copy this color ramp, and let's copy this color. This is the one we want, and select this white one and paste the same color over here. Connect this to this, and from this wave texture, let me move it up, color, from this color output, put this into our factor, and we will mix these like this one and this one via a mix shader. Where is our mix shader? Let's search for mix shader. Yeah, this is here. So this basically mixes our two shaders. The first one will be this black and white, and second one would be this our creamish color. You can see, if I plug it over here, you can see it's loading. So you can see at this point this is black and white, at this point this is completely this one, our creamish color, right? And let's move it something like this, 0.015, right? Let's make the values same, 0.105, sorry, like this, so they look okay. And we need to, since we will be animating everything, so we need to make sure we make another copy, and Shift T, copy these, sorry, just copy this principal BSDF, Shift T, because we will fade this at the last. So let's plug it over here. This will also be animated. So what I did, so select this mix shader and select our, where is light, sunlight. Let's see, let us get some light over here for the time being. Let's see, so that we can see what we are doing. So for this, select this mix shader, first one. Wait, what happened? Okay, so now select this mix shader, and it was, since I selected this, it was showing me these keyframes for this animation, that we animated this plane like this from 90 degree to 0. So if we select anywhere in the viewport and then select our mix shader. You can see I can now animate this. Let me zoom in by pressing numpad 0. What I want is this to be black and white at frame 1. Insert keyframe. We can also animate all of these settings by pressing I. You can see that, replace keyframe. So let's select this. Again, let's select this. It's not showing. Why is it not showing? Let us select this and let's select this. It's still not showing. It is showing, but it's not showing it over here for some weird reason. I think my Blender is glitching. So at frame 36, I want this to be colored. So lines will start to appear at this frame. So we have animated this, and then so this is the part that will fade in or fade out these lines. So let's insert a keyframe here too. While we are at this, add one keyframe here at frame 36, and when we are here, let's say by frame 75, I want these lines to fade away. So let's put the factor to 1 and insert keyframe. So now let's see, we have what we have. This is it. It stays, and this is black and white, and then color starts to appear by the time we reach frame 24. So yeah, I think I'm happy with it. Let me see. It's not showing. This is not. Yeah. So let's. So if we select this plane, it is showing my keyframes over here. You can see that, right? It's turning yellow. Yellow means there is a keyframe over here. For my liking, it is turning yellow too quickly. So all I want to do is copy this keyframe, Shift D, and move it to frame 24. So till 24th frame, it won't change colors, and by the time it reaches 36, it will start changing its colors. So yeah, let's move this to 40 something, so that when the camera starts, let's move it somewhere here at frame, let's move it at frame 51. So when we move this, and at frame 51 everything starts moving, we have our lines, and let's select this one. Where is off? So, and now we also are changing this so that our lines stay here till here. So these lines are fading, right? I don't want that. So where is it? 0. Where is 0? 0 is at 36. So let's move it to Shift E and make sure these lines are like this, so that we can see these only for a moment. And let's move it till 70, I would say. G 70, and now you can see it stays till 70 and then magically disappears. So now we have our first part of the animation done. It's looking okay, and the next big thing that we need to do is make sure these are animated. So for these I just used this alpha, you can see that, but for this to work, because each of these will work like this, let me show you. Where is my animation? Yeah, so for these we need to, because you can see first of all this one comes in at this point, and then this one, like it happens like this. So these are like flickering effect, like light is flickering, something like this. Same way this happens, and this one also behaves this, and then this is the end of our animation. So let's quickly do that. Can I copy these keyframes? I know I'm trying to cheat here. Let's see if it happens or it doesn't work. Damn it. So okay, so I think we will have to do it manually, so let's do it quickly. First of all, press N to hide this, and first of all make it a separate material, brown color. And now add a keyframe at this alpha value, insert keyframe, and I think at this point I want it to be like this, somewhere like this. Let's enable our auto keying, and let's go back, move forward a little like this, and let's increase the keyframe, increase the percentage or whatever the value, and then make it down, then like something like this, and make it almost, and by the frame 20th it should be completely here. So you can see we can also scale these by S2, or let's just move them back. No, it's not looking good. Let's Control Z. Let's move it here, and this is now personal preference. Sorry, let's select this one and move it like here. Yeah, I think I'm happy with it. So first one is done. Let's do the same for the second one. Let's make it to 1. Right, yeah, it's done. Let's disable this for the time being and select this one and separate it, separate the material, and we will start it from here. Yeah, from, let's say, from frame 10 till then it's not visible, alpha is 0. Then at frame 13 let's make it like this, and then something like this. Oh, and at frame 24 it is completely visible, and yeah, I think it moves at by frame 32. So let's come to our last part. Separate the material again, and let's add our keyframe here. At this 32nd frame it will be completely visible, and now all we need to do is just make it flicker a little, and let's do something like this. So let's see how everything looks. So yeah, I think it looks little okay. I'm just making sure this last one is a little faster. So let's move these together, something like this. This one will be very fast, as you can see now. I think we need to move this, and yeah, I think I'm happy with it. And same way we need to flicker this too, and this one is okay. So for this to work we will have to, I don't think so. Okay, we can, I think, get away with it, because right now all of these are sharing the same color, this same gray color. So if I do this, you can see, oh sorry, this is IOR. If I do this, you can see what is happening. So but since this won't be visible, so we don't need to worry too much about it, so we can get away with it. So let's see, while this last one is trying to appear like this, so we will start animating it from here. This F won't be visible till here, till our camera doesn't move. So, and by frame 36, maybe 37, let's say 36, 37, 42, by frame 42 it will be completely visible. Auto keying is on, so let's move it like this on frame 32, 42. So let's this and this, something like this, this and this. So it will be very fast. Yeah, that worked. And while we are at it, let's animate this one too. So if I'm correct, this one happens to be gray, and then it converts back to this color. So we will have to do that. We will have to take care of this also. So let's make sure this is, first of all, let's at, I think at 42 this needs to be, insert a keyframe for this color, and over here let's go to 32. Let's make this gray. Let's copy this color. I think we can do this. Let's try. So, and let's add another keyframe. Let's see. Yeah, it's working. So at 32 frame it will be gray, and over here it will be different color. And what we also need to do is make sure at frame 30 this is let's make it like this. This will be non-visible, and at 31 this will be visible. So yeah, and let's make it so that it also flickers, something like this, so that we can see. And yeah, I think we are done. So you can see it starts gray, and okay, it did not, okay. So I forgot, sorry, at this 42nd frame, sorry, let's move it here, and let's go till 46 and put the alpha to 1. So yeah, so you can see it starts gray and turns to this color, and everything is done. All you need to do is just add to, for these last part, you can see this is what I did. These are just two planes, and then there are this one light is only for this color, this text, that is it, nothing special, everything else is excluded. And these two are animated, you can see these just move back, so just to add added flair, nothing special. So I think we are done. So yeah, that is it for this video, guys. All you need to do is just add two of these, and everything else has been done. So this is it. Very quickly we have created this animation, logo reveal animation. And yeah, if you want to watch the film, it's Prestige 2006 movie starring, I think I'm forgetting the names, I think, sorry, I forgot the names. I will mention it over here. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys.